Hi, I'm Penney Peirce, and I'm the author of a new book called Transparency, Seeing Through to Our Expanded Human Capacity. And this is my fourth book on, really a guidebook on talking about the transformation process, that big shift we're all going through right now. We're noticing it, I'm sure you have too. Everything's accelerating, things are getting faster and faster, time is speeding up. Your body is changing, your sensitivity is getting very hyper and empathic. So there are a lot of symptoms of this big change going on. It's actually not even just a change, it's transformation into a whole new reality. So transparency is the next step beyond my previous three books. And I'm talking here a lot about the idea that we understand as transparency right now is based a lot in the information age. We're still in the information age, but we're getting to the point where everything is almost too fast for the information age now. We can't really process all the data. Things are just hugely overflowing, and using linear perception where we do bit by bit by bit by bit processing is just not working. So I think we're reaching a critical mass point right now where we're going to have this kind of quantum leap shift into what I've been calling the intuition age, where the right brain takes over and the left brain is no longer the boss. And as that happens, we learn a whole new way of living. So in order for that to happen, basically, we have to let go of our contractions, our fears, our belief systems that are cemented in place and calcified. We have to let go and open up and become very fluid and responsive and in the moment, because life is happening in the present moment now. So with transparency, we're going to move into understanding it in a whole new way. So right now, because we're still in the information age, we think of transparency as about freedom of information and the desire to get through to true information, and we get pretty upset when we're getting lied to and secrets are being held and we can't see through to what's really real. And we're noticing the word in the news now almost every day. It's kind of the word whose time has come at this point. But that's horizontal transparency. That's what I'm calling it, horizontal. It's in the physical world. It is basically just about physical things. And that's all fine. It's a wonderful thing to start to become more and more transparent. But there's a new thing happening, and that is vertical transparency, where the physical world and the non-physical world are merging together. We're starting to understand that inside of matter is spirit, inside the body and the personality is the soul. They are not separated anymore. And as we start to really get this, then we can't stand to have any clutter in the way. We want our soul. We want to flow through without any impedance, without any barriers or blockages. So we're entering a period now of intense clearing. We do not want the fear. We do not want the snags and the stuckness. I hear that from clients every day. I feel stuck. So we're moving into this state of more openness. And so vertical transparency is really where it's at. It's the next thing. Once we bring the soul all the way into the body, realize that's who we are, and that we are functioning according to the soul's rules, or to the rules of the spiritual realm, and that this world can function that way, then life really changes, and we get synchronicities and almost magical occurrences and maybe instantaneous healing, all kinds of things, materializing realities that we dream of almost immediately. So many wonderful things. And so that's what I'm trying to talk about in this book, is that there is a methodology for getting there. And so once we get vertical transparency, I think what will happen is that the vertical and the horizontal kind of meet in the middle and they form the sphere. And then the whole reality kind of jumps into the transparent reality. And I'm talking about that as well. What will that be like? And part of it is that you really do risk showing yourself, being exposed, letting people see you for who you really are, that all your good stuff, all your bad stuff, the spinach in your teeth, everything, it's okay, and it's just part of being in the human realm. And so everybody's done everything probably in all of their lifetimes. I mean, there's nobody that's that good or that bad, And so we start to accept ourselves. And as we do that, we let ourselves be seen. And as we let ourselves be seen, we see everything else about ourselves that we hadn't seen before, all the good stuff, all the inspired stuff. And we start to learn to work really a lot with the imaginal realm. And it's just amazing. So what also happens when you let yourself be all of yourself, good things happen. But other people can see all of you, but then they suddenly can see all of themselves. If you see all of them, then they feel like they can see all of them. And if you don't judge them, then they don't judge themselves. It's kind of a contagious situation, where transparency breeds transparency. And I think that's what we're after now, is kind of let's hold that state and then spread it out to our friends, and let's form groups of transparency and relationships that are transparent. And pretty soon, we'll reach a critical mass, and not everybody on the whole planet is going to have to become transparent for it to become a new reality. I think there will be a critical mass reached. We will jump into a very high frequency state of being where the old stuff will just seem so antiquated and so boring and so dinosaur-like that nobody will want to deal with it. It'll just be old. So please enjoy my book. There's so much in it. I think you're going to really like it. So please enjoy. Thank you very much.